Hello, I am Dr. Brian Caputo, President of College of DuPage. To honor the memory and legacy of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., the college is hosting several activities and events this year that reflect the positive impact he made. Our MLK observance is just the beginning, as the college presents its annual celebration of Black History Month in February. In addition, College of DuPage awards the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Scholarship to several students every year. This is a unique scholarship that asks applicants to share their personal understanding of Dr. King's legacy. These essays explore how the ideals taught by Dr. King directly changed their lives and how they, in turn, will positively affect the lives of others. This confirms our students' commitment to social responsibility and continuing Dr. King's dream. Each year, I am inspired by our Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Scholarship recipients and all that we do to honor this visionary man. I hope our celebration inspires you to carry on Dr. King's work. Thank you.
I would simply like to say that I think this has been one of the great days of America. And I think this march will go down as one of the greatest, if not the greatest, demonstrations for freedom and human dignity ever held in the United States.
A lot of the things that he did paved the way for us to be able to do what we can today.
Dr. King did a tremendous amount of work in his short life, and he made an incredibly profound impact on the reality that he came into and left it in a much better place.
Knowing that my grandmother was a part of that movement, and the movement that changed everything, it's like, how can I not have those same values myself? How can I not respect what they fought for and people died over? How can I not, have it in my own life? How can I not represent those values?
I'm a daughter of immigrants, so his words, when I started hearing, I have a dream of doing stuff like, justice for everybody, we want to all just work together, be united as one. That really impacted me, I wanted the same thing, I didn't want people to look at my parents being like, oh, they're just here to, take our country or take over our jobs and stuff like that. I thought it more of like, I want to have that same dream too.
What happens with incredible movements that begin with seemingly simple actions and decisions is that he made the decision to take action in the now and the here. And he saw what was happening around him in the society that he was growing up in and learning in and attaining great feats of education in. And he decided to take action. And that can take many, many different forms.
There are those who are asking the devotees of civil rights, when will you be satisfied? We can never be satisfied as long as the Negro is the victim of the unspeakable horrors of police brutality. We can never be satisfied as long as our children are stripped of their selfhood and robbed of their dignity by signs stating for whites only.
Well, as I started growing up, I started learning more about MLK and actually like his speeches and his impacts and the protests that he did. And I think that's definitely something that impacts us today a lot, because we still see a lot of the injustices that were happening back then happening today in a different way.
It's just so much history in America. It's so much, and it was founded, like even the Constitution and the Pledge of Allegiance, and there's things that they connect religion to other things where I think it should be separate. There's just so much stuff going on with America that I don't think we can truly break away from it. It's just so deep.
Obviously, race relations have improved over the years. Everything related to the neutralization, or I should say the entire riddance of Jim Crow, to however much it has been, has made a big impact on our society. As far as me personally, I think he's laid a foundation for people like me to be able to look into the future of how to further undo white supremacy.
Well, I believe that from the times of the civil rights movement, we've definitely come a long way from how much opportunity and how much people can do. But I think that there is still a lot of inequality in how people are able to receive their opportunities, or how people are able to voice kind of what they want or what they want to do, or even express themselves throughout any injustices that still exist today. The civil rights movement definitely was something that really impacted that, but I don't want to overshadow, the successes of the civil rights movement without like acknowledging that there still are issues today that the civil rights movement did not solve.
For us to understand our history and our past, it's definitely important for our younger generations to know where we started, our roots, right? And how we came to where we are today, and for what we're able to do.
You can't get rid of hate with hate, basically, because that's never gonna work. So you need love to get rid of hate. You need love to get rid of darkness.
The end goal is not just a reform. Reform is milestones to revolution. You work your way gradually, and you don't stop until you get it, because that's what you deserve. Every lack of human right is an emergency. And so as that is an emergency, people have every right to pursue that justice, that human right, until it's achieved.
We send to our city council, yes, sir, state legislatures, yes, and the United States Congress, yes, men who will not fear to do justly, yes, love mercy, and walk humbly with our God. Let us march on balance.
For the viewers of this video, I just want them to consider all perspectives, not just themselves, because nowadays it's solely based on yourself, of who you are and what you do in life. But the people that you hang around with, the people that you talk to, associate yourself with, I think it's best for you to understand where everyone comes from and the problems that they face in life, and not to put your problems onto theirs, because that can gravely affect how they do life or how they go through it.
Don't judge people off of the first interaction. Don't judge people off of how they look. Don't judge people off of where they come from. Don't judge people off of the color of what they look like. Don't judge people off of the language they speak. Don't judge anybody on those type of things. You should only judge people from the actions, what they do to you, positive or negative.
I know they are fighting for what I'm fighting for, and I think it's a really cool aspect to not feel alone. Like I said back then, you're not alone. There's a lot of people who are fighting for the same thing. You just have to look for them, and if they hear about you, they will welcome you with open arms, like they did with me.
I think people, if they really appreciate exactly the sort of value that's given by learning a different way, by understanding a different way of thinking, by understanding a different form of value, by understanding a different way of being challenged, by understanding what priorities should be. What are our priorities is how we live.
I think it is the power of stepping into sometimes the uncomfortable spotlight and speaking up when you see something that is not right, because it's very easy to simply step aside and let something happen or pass by. But if you allow that to happen, that's going to branch off, and that will affect others, and that will grow and spread.
Well, I guess I would want people to really understand the impact that MLK and a lot of other prominent civil rights activists left in today's future, to understand that the work is not done, that there are still prominent leaders out there today even continuing the work that these prominent people are left behind, or left on for us. So understand that the work is not done and that we still have a long way to go.